Well, good evening and welcome to another live stream uh, sponsored by Let's Talk About It. I am so happy to have you sharing with us this evening. We want to talk about so much that's going on between the debate last night and some other happenings in the news and number 45 and the Baltimore County Police Reform Bill 9620, which we will primarily talk about this evening, shows some information that you need to know about that bill and what it really means to Baltimore County residents. And so, if you are watching us by way of Facebook, we want to say thank you. We encourage you to reach out, like our page, and then also we ask that you would share share it with your friends and your family, your coworkers, persons that are a part of your network. And then also you can send us live comments. We asked if you would be so kind to accept the disclaimer from StreamYard, and that way we'll be able to see exactly who submitted the comment. And for those of you who are watching us by way of our YouTube channel, we want to say thank you for watching us, and we trust that you have selected the subscribe button, and you have also activated the bell so that you will be notified each time we come on live. We have a good show, a good chat for us this evening. Uh, some valuable information that we're going to share with you as it relates to what's happening in and around our community. As you know, we are big on voter registration, and right now, voting has already started around the country, early voting, mail in ballots. And I have already received my absentee ballot, and I will be taking it directly and putting it in the drop box. I am not going to trust the mail. I am going to put it in the drop box. And as you know, I have encouraged each of you to apply or request a absentee ballot just in case. I know some are planning to vote early at the polls, some are planning to go on election day. But regardless of what your plans are, I ask that you request a absentee ballot. And you may say, well, if I'm planning to go to the poll, why do I need an absentee ballot? Well, it's real simple. If something happens and deters you from being able to go to the poll, you still have your absentee ballot that you can complete and mail it. If in fact you do go to the poll, then when you return, all you have to do is tear up your absentee ballot and discard it. However, if you do not request an absentee ballot and you're planning to go to the polls and you for some reason can't get to the poll, it is now too late for you to request an absentee ballot. And so you will miss the opportunity to vote. And so that's why we're asking you to be proactive, request an absentee ballot so that you can get it. Have it available just in case you need it. By now, everyone should have registered to vote. The last day to register to vote is October the 19th, just a few days away. If you're planning to vote in the election on November the 3rd. And we know it's going to be an important election. All of us need to be prepared to vote so that we can make sure we exercise our duty and responsibility, but also that we can try to put an end to what's going on at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm not even going to get into all of the things that's been happening there. We know that it is now considered a hot spot. It has become a place, a super spreader, as they call it. And last count, over 39 people that we know of have contracted the virus as it relates to being at an event or part of some event, either at the White House or attending something as it related to number 45. So many people has caught the virus. Families are being quarantined. Some are following the CDC guidelines and some are not. We don't even want to go into that. However, we know that we need to exercise good safety precautions. And so I know many of you probably heard in the news that number 45 did a recording and said that it was a blessing that he caught the virus. It was listen, y'all. We need to wake up and smell the coffee. It is obvious that something is not right with his rationale and his thinking. But please do what you know is right. Maintain physical distancing at a minimum of 6 feet apart, and wash your hands regularly, even as you touching your keys and your remote controls and all of that doorknobs, handles getting in and out of the car, and opening doors going into the supermarket and the grocery store and the drugstore and the cleaners, and getting your hair and your nails done and your pedicure. Listen, when you're opening these doors, make sure that you keep hand sanitizer on your person where you can sanitize your hands, but also every time you go into the facility and you have the opportunity, wash your hands, please. When you return home and you come in the house, wash your hands. It is our responsibility to make sure that we remain safe and vigilant as it relates to our health. We know that we do not have access to the same types of medical and care that number 45 received when he was hospitalized in Walter Reed. We know we don't get that. We know there's no way we can get that. And so let's not play the game. Let's do what we are supposed to do. And so please, ma'am, please, sir, please make sure that you are number one registered, that you have number two requested an absentee ballot, and number three, make sure you do what is necessary. Either vote early if you are going to use your absentee ballot and you want to do like I'm going to do. I'm going to fill mine out and I'm going to take it and put it directly in one of the drop boxes. There's one not far from my residence, and so I am going to not trust the post office. We know there's a lot of going on talking about the mail not getting where it's supposed to be and that sort of thing. I'm going to put my absentee ballot in the drop box, and I will take a picture and probably maybe do a video or something, and we'll put that information out so that you can see that yes, I'm not just telling you to do it, but I am doing it myself. So again, let's make sure that we have registered to vote. Let's make sure we have requested a mail-in ballot so that we can make sure that we exercise um, our responsibilities and duties. I want to thank you, those of you who have already done it. Thank you. I'm not sure who this is, but it says my wife and I voted by mail, and I want to say thank you for doing so. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please send us your comments. We will put them up on the screen and try to be interactive. Let me just share with you, we are currently working on some changes and revamping some things as it relates to our live stream. And hopefully you will be able to see some improvements, some changes, hopefully for the better in the weeks and days coming ahead. We are grateful for all of you for your support. We are always constantly trying to do things and change things around to make them better. We're looking at segments that we're going to be adding. We're looking at other partners that are going to be partnering with us that we will be bringing on the show monthly, and we'll be discussing issues. And so we are grateful. We are grateful for your tolerating us, putting up with us as we go through the various changes. I know we started out with one venue and that wasn't working too well, so we switched to another venue. So right now that's kind of working right now, but it's not giving us some of the things that we were able to do with the other venues. So we're juggling some things around. And of course, it takes resources. And as you know, we have not asked for one dime to help us with this live stream. And so we are grateful. God has blessed us, given us the opportunity to do it. And we are happy that you are a part of what we are doing. We appreciate your support. We encourage you. We encourage you to let us know. Let us know how we're doing. You can email us. You can uh, let us know by emailing us at yes, let's talk about it, the number one at gmail.com. That's yes, let's talk about it, the number one at gmail.com. You can send us your comments, your constructive criticism. You can even share with us things that you would like to see a part of our uh, live stream, some guests that you would like to have or you would like to hear from. And we are open and we will do what we can to oblige you. Let me just also say that we have reached out to candidates that were running for mayor for Baltimore City. We did hear back from Bob Wallace, who said he was going to reach out to his people and try to get it scheduled. However, we have not heard back from him as of yet. So all we can do is reach out to individuals. That's all we can do. Reach out to individuals and try to get them to share with us as it relates to bringing information that is pertinent to our community. And so we encourage you. We encourage you to reach out to us. Again, our email address is yes, let's talk about it, the number one at gmail.com. All right. As you have seen up on our screen, our show tonight, we want to talk about a little bit about the Baltimore County Police Reform Bill 9620. As you know, a few months back, we started working trying to deal with police reform. We had several, at least two um, forums where we had persons that shared and we talked about police reform. We heard from both sides. And as you know, we were working with Councilman Julius Jones, and he had a bill he had introduced. We listened in on that debate night for hours. We were listening in as different ones talked about their support of the bill, and then the bill stalled, did not get voted through. And so they revamped the bill. He did not give up. He kept working at it, kept working at it, kept working at it, broke it down into smaller bite sized pieces. And so as a result of that, that bill just the other night, this week, I believe it was on Tuesday, that bill passed through the council. Only one person voted it down. However, the bill passed. And so let me just share with you some of what took place in that bill. I want to let you see for yourself, let you listen. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to play a few clips and show you some things as it relates to that bill. All right, let's go with it.
Now, several high-profile cases nationwide, including the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, have led many police agencies to take a closer look at their department. And here in our area, the Baltimore County Council has just passed a new version of a bill that would make several reforms to the county police department. WMAR2 Aaron McPherson is live at County Police Headquarters right now with more on what's called the Smart Policing Act. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Christian. Well, the bill passed 6-1 from the Baltimore County Council last night, and Councilman Julian Jones, who introduced the bill, tweeted about this, and so did a Baltimore County Executive Johnny O. So let's take a look at those tweets right now, seeing their reactions from this. Jones announcing the reform bill passed. He said, quote, "A special thanks to everyone who supported and advocated for this much needed legislation. we still have more work to do. Johnny O also tweeting saying how Baltimore County has taken a critical and united next step toward equal justice. He went on to say how this policing act will make the police department and the county better for everyone. So let's break down the actual bill. It focuses a lot on use of force. The bill prohibits officers from using chokeholds or neck restraints unless a life is at risk. And it requires officers to intervene if they see another officer using excessive force. This bill also prohibits the police department from hiring anyone who was fired or resigned for disciplinary issues, like reasons related to use of force. You definitely see a theme there. Plus, the police chief will have to give an annual report to county council on any use of force cases. Also, yearly, there will be de escalation training for all of the officers, and they are ensuring that anyone who does not tattletale, but say that there has been an issue, a misconduct issue, that they will not get in trouble. Reporting live, Aaron McPherson, WMAR2 News.
All right. So you've heard that, and that helps us to understand a little bit about this bill. It helps us to see some of the things that's going on, and I'm not sure we've got look like we've got some problems here, technical problems, but we're trying to see if we can't get it straightened out. As you know, we are always trying to do what is right. We just seem to having issues here with our camera, but nonetheless, we are still moving forward. Let me also take the time to show you. I've got a couple clips that I want to show you because I want you to understand what this bill really talks about and what it's doing, and that's why I'm taking the time to show you these other clips, and because I want you to be aware of it. Let's look at it.
Coming to Baltimore County, the county council has passed the Smart Policing Act by a vote of 6-1. The act expands whistleblower protection for officers and requires the police department to update the public every
of inequity and social justice reforms that are needed, but it certainly is an incredibly important step forward. And I think not just what we did, but how we did it really underpins the importance of tonight's vote.
Tonight's bill is a compromise, bipartisan version. Democrats, Republicans, and the FOP all supported the bill. And also,
it's official. Elementary school students in Ann Arbor.
All right, so you've got to see about the fact that the bill was passed, and again, we are having some challenges with our